也一起来动一动。好，直播初级开心自己，传法随炫财，连线读书一起来，我们往相互激励说自己。
Online is ongoing now. Let us be diligent. We go through, just now we have a review of the last week program. Yeah. What do we have for this week? This week the movie is on I'm Turned Dumb. Please guide me through. He is a 95 years old father. This one is a 1,200 days of filming this on I Go Gaga, my dear. Do not know when we started to like to movie. It's all because of Ta Ai movie that make us so interested in all these films. This is a 95 father, the first time doing housework, and it take 1,200 days to film this movie. Really very the directors also shed tears. So this movie is very touching. No matter how, I would like to watch it again. So I hope that everyone will remember to watch all these good value movies. These are the advertisements related to adopting a vegetarian diet. Humans are smarter than all sentient beings, but we choose to kill. Be a better self. These are 33 seconds on going vegetarian diet. Hope that the advertisement give a positive value to us. So this is another advert on the climate change, the impact of climate change. If we can't stop the climate change, by 2030, all of us will be sunk under the water. A sad story indeed. Through Tai Ai station TV, we can get to know so many things positive things that we can do. This is what everyone is a master mind in our mind. Everyone's master dream talent is that he is full of love, compassion, and able to lead others, full of compassion, and don't quarrel with others, no arguments with others. And we always keep to the main principle. If we have such talents around, that master can be rest assured, will be at ease. Everyone is with this Buddha Sattva is everyone what master dream talent. So let's tell master that you are that. Everyone tell master that you are master's dream talent. Please rest assured, and we will continue to do Tzu Chi. This thumbs up, please. Thumbs up for yourself. Okay, very grateful for accompanying me to study. You are master say everyone is you spread Dharma, and if you love master, talk more about Tzu Chi. They are so multilingual in spreading the Dharma.
又加入了笔译，所以我们集资集行，现在有10种语言的口译团队，有133位的志工合力协力的在周来分段进行哈。那19种的笔译的语言，188位的志工。那今天是第3周，所以有英语、粤语、缅语、菲语哈。
Today is third week. Okay, we have the English translation team from Singapore and Malaysia. We have Dr. Eugene, we have Brother Andrew, Suisan, we have Tzu Chi, Lily, Effie, and Sister Yin Shalin. For the Cantonese team is the third team. Ivan,
他们有些人也是我们的马来语的一个口译哈，马来语的口译。那这一组呢，他们
They are some of the members of Cantonese team, also the Malay team as well, Malay translation team as well. After they're done with the Cantonese, they will move over to the Malay. There are so many support given to do the translation. It is from Myanmar, Xinglan, Sihui, and Xiu Zhi. Really, it's not easy to do translation in Myanmar because of the bad connectivity. But everyone remains steadfast and continue to do their best. So we have also from Philippines, the Philippines team. Thank you. We will put your picture up later on. Thank you for your support given to the translation, the Philippine team.
这是他们粤语口译呢第3组的第11次的出任务。那到底
The third team, Japanese team. What happened that day? May the 18th. He actually assumed the duty of 15 minutes of translation. How are you? But it's very difficult to, there's no pre-preparation of PPT ahead of the translation, especially for those video, movie related. So he's very anxious to do translation on the day because there's no preparation ahead before the actual day. So he still completed on time, and he was filled of happiness to be able to do the translation in Japanese. Although we have pre-prepared materials by the sharer, but normally that the sharer will also talk more. So we must be everyone just mindful in listening to what the sharer has to say, and we do translation accordingly. Everyone also put in Meiling. Sister Meiling also share her feeling. If you do what you like and enjoy, you truly know that give true meaning to life. To do what you like is true. Yeah. Advice from teacher, just do what you like and not what you really have to force to do. So when you put that now, you will have a beautiful life ahead. Life is good, yeah. Brother Haiwan also put in that the constant changes in doing translation, but she is also very grateful to Sister Meiling, constantly there to support. This is 11th time of doing translation, but changes still happen. But all of them take it with a happy heart. Then also the fifth, if a fifth week, this group will do translate. They're also very grateful to everyone. Very grateful to the third week Japanese translators. Then she also part of the translation team. Everyone come out to be a talent in promoting, spreading the Dharma. So we also have the written team. This is also the translation team for the BM translation team doing the BM translation, written translation. This is also another group from Malay written translation. The second name. Very grateful to Sister Mei Ling for what we have written.
好，所以无论我们在哪里，来，我们一起来念这里好不好？无论我们
No
在
matter,
哪里，我
come
们
let us
都会一起
read
努力
together. No
努力
matter where we
让
are,
我们自己越
what
来
we
越
will
好
work hard
努
together
力，因为我们不孤单；
to make
努
us make
力，因为
better.
我们
We
有共
work
同
hard
信念。
to be
感
good,
谢也
and
在努
and
力
we are
的
not
你。
alone,
好，
and
那好，
together
红
we
颜色
have a
开心，我
same
们先
mission.
掌声感恩。上一次有183则的留言，69次的转分享，所以现在
Oh,
赶
okay,
快按赞、转分
183
享，邀约你的亲友
written
团上
words
来，同时让我们
feedback
知道您
and
在哪里。
69 times of
通过脸书
sharing.
或 YouTube 来帮我们留言、按赞哈。那在这
It's
边
from
非常感
from
恩台南
online
的组员就说感恩红颜，
study.
今天他是来到主场，有上
We also
个星期
have a feedback
来
from
到主
Tainan.
场的，也谢谢我们的蔡文芳，他说
Yeah,
希望
last
近期
year, last
媒
week
体
she was
出现
here
请参与线上
at
读
the
书会，就
the
会有
site.
好心情，感恩哈。好，
Very
那在这
grateful
边
to
BC
join
你
the
也是祝福大
Kaohsiung
家，
study group.
祝福大家。那黄金海
BC
岸
also
祝福
bless
者呢
everybody.
林孔仁师兄上线分享的时候呢，我们在这边的时候，山东威海的王会就说，澳洲家人在推书方面真是
Also
一起向
Santong
人大的
also
公布，让人
Santong Wei
好佩服。凡事都
also
是
give
其
the
实不难哈。
feedback
那我
on
们的
the
志远的
Australian
叶芬也说，感恩澳洲林
promotion
师兄的
of
分享。灾
vegetarian
难贫穷
on
的澳
veggie
洲协会
promo.
有慈济人陪伴跟抚慰，让灾情减轻，让
Very
灾
fortunate that
然
when
后得
disaster
到庇
happened in
护的一个
Australia, there
来
are
哈。
Tzu Chi
那在
volunteers
这边呢，
around
我
to
们非
give the
常
some.
感恩，掌声
So
感恩春之以及
this
水
is
星，好不
also
好？
very
用
grateful
顺口溜
also
的一个方式哈，用
to
顺口溜
also
的
to
方式。好，那我们导读人呢，王一婷这边呢，我们看管心灵师姐说，大爱无国界，自
Wang
会
Yiting on
中
the
团语，无论是
feedback
在
for
何
the
处，慈济之本
sharer
源
or Wang
就是
Yiting.
爱。非常
The
感
feedback
恩
was
加
very
拿大管
positive
心灵师
and
姐
very
这时候包括
encouraging.
这样给我
Very
们满
grateful.
满的爱哈。那我们这
Also
边
the
看到我们加拿大
Tainan
的
team
亮
as
君分享，
well.
好感动，能看到这么多台南的家
Feedback
人，
for
超级
the
无敌高兴，
the
我们
Tainan.
负责真正服务
Very
的
grateful
活
to
动
see the
一名
volunteers from
赞叹
Tainan
用心
for their
就是
contribution to the
专业哈。
society.
好，所以这个是上个
Very
星期呢，对于
thumbs
台
up
南
to
团
them.
队时间问心大爱之音是
This
我们
is
每月可以
last
说
week
是非常受
feedback.
欢迎的一个单元哈。
亲文
夫妻俩
大爱
上线，然后
知
总是
音
给我满满的
You
正
can
能
see
量。
that husband and wife team also we have given us a lot of positive feedback. There's a positive feedback and their program is very much liked by the listeners and viewers.
我们看到的就是我们清水的秀女
We
师
can
姐说，
see
工作好角色主轴
you can
的
see
课程很好，
Shui Xiu Mei,
时间
Sister
问
Xiu
心
Mei,
推
we
荐
give
的
her
分享
the
给大家相
feedback.
关学习的心灵课程内容。
Very grateful for the online sharing, so much that we can learn from them.
参与扮演分享更透过
Especially those who go visit the cases.
我们的秀女
Thank
很
you
厉害哦，她
to
自己
all the
做
sharing.
笔记，用手机打字就可以打这么多的一个字
So
幕哈，所以非常的
Suni
感动。
also very
上个
great
星
that
期还有我
while
们的
listening, she also
慈
take
济
down
的
notes.
曾国凡的教授哈，
And
加
last
拿
week
大的
also
大
we
学
have
王师姐
from
无良师少年生命发挥
Tzu
生
Chi
命力，
University
学生以感恩
about
用爱用心用
the
心
silent
更加
mentor
精神
for
照
their
顾病人
contribution
哈，
and
所以
as
非常
well
的感
the
恩。所以
respect that the
留
doctors
言
given
的
to
每
these
一个
silent
名号，
mentors.
包括我们的敬会无语良师陈维，
So very grateful for the
第一个
feedback.
以尊重生命发挥
Also,
良友的
silent
原
mentor
文。
Trullo is
好，为
exemplary
这
role
描述
model for
谢谢。
us.
我发现你的文笔
And
是非常好，
also the
那是很快
culture
的
and
就可以用这样的一个
given
顺
the
口溜的
respect
方式
given
赶快
by
写出及
all
时
the
的回
students
应
to
哈。
the
好，
silent
这
mentor.
是我们教联会的惠美师姐哈，所以黄树岭说感
Also,
恩
this
敬
one
会
is
导
also
师爱的分享，
on
亲
the
力亲为，带学生
education
去治疗，这是
on
真实的。
Sister
好，
Hui Mei.
那在这边我们
Also,
非
they
常
find
感
that
恩，掌声感恩
the
美国、加拿
dedication
大、
is
新
so
加
much
坡、中国大陆、泰
respected
国、
by
华
everyone.
夏、日本、台湾各个地区的一个留言，我们
So
真的没
you
有
have
感谢，
the
但
one
是
who
会给
gone
你，也给我
on
们的讲师。我们
online.
YouTube 英文频
Here
道
also
也给
the
大家
from
留
the
言，
YouTube
非常感恩
the
我们的
English
小妹妹，她说。
platform.
Tzu Chi volunteer in Golden Coast diligently, share the Tzu Chi spirit of the great love for nature to protect the environment, spreading seeds of the kindness, connecting the local Australian force to Tzu Chi. 他讲到的是我们林孔的师
So this one also the sharing on the Gold Coast, the brother from Gold Coast, their dedication in doing Tzu Chi. And how they link up the Australian with the Tzu Chi. Also, this is a YouTube from the Mandarin platform. Thank you. We say thank you to Sister Kui for her sharing and the positive work that she has done in the education. And also also a lot of gratefulness to the Gold Coast Tzu Chi volunteers. also gratefulness to the Tainan volunteers as well. So every place is a cultivation place. So also we have feedback from Jingmen for say hello to everyone. And yeah, we have last week we have 12 to 13 pages of feedback. A majority is feedback towards the teacher and the education on the education. We also had Sister Elizabeth who draw beautiful illustration of on all the sharers. Very beautiful illustration done by Sister Elizabeth. So very grateful to Sister Elizabeth for willing to use her talented hand to draw beautiful pictures, illustration. Yeah. So this is Sister Denise in Africa, in Mozambique. Look at Sister Denise's daughter. She already so tall and very grown up already. As her daughter then young to a fine lady, the mother is getting on in age. You can see that before the pandemic, everyone's face is so happy, yeah. So how do they cultivate the nurture the talent? Next one, 感恩。
在慈济大学读2年华文，现在能用中文处理很多事务。
在这里除了学中文，我也学到拍影片，怎么拍好的。
Next one 呀，感恩。
简介，做很好的简报，回莫桑比克的时候可以把所有我学到的一切付诸行动。
现有的库存有多少？画红色的。
好。
另一位蓝祥佑原本负责慈济莫桑比克总务工作，来台学习中文和行政管理。
Yeah, so the volunteers are learning. They are in Taiwan to learn Mandarin.
跟中招处的哥哥们姐姐们那边，他们我们一起讨论。
So you get able to learn together with the brother and sisters in Hualien, and how to go online. To do preparation to fix up the timetable. Yeah, and see it's not only the spirit, even on the spirit, and you can see how maybe in front or at the back, they can see their contribution. They can really do. I only have extra hand to help me. They also have an extra brain to think of the program. I can help good, very helping hand to help me. Yeah, so many interesting stories. Actually, education can change a person's life. Let us have a look. Yeah. Let us watch this movie. The light given.
Well, education can truly change the way we work and live.
好，也非常感恩哈瑞和，我们有2次见面的一个机会，一次我们团队回到慈大，一次是
Here we can see that sometimes different perspectives can be taken in life. Everyone call me Charles. I come from Mozambique.
分享心情，还有自己拍照。怎么说啊？可能如果有一个年轻人，可能可以帮忙，所以他。
感恩 to Long Wei were able to communicate all these messages to us.
What do we have?
有没有看一下带领年轻一点的样子？那时候还没有受证。
奇尼社区是我们第一个社区。
We are so grateful for Sister Penny, who is able to change her life to suit the needs of the people.
其他社区的亲戚朋友也可以来了解慈济，所以他们就决定要走出社区，要做跨区的关怀。
That time it was not commissioned yet.
和的妈妈就是这一区的第一批的志工。
好 ，OK， 我们画面让他跑哈，其实是非常感动。您就可以知道，就是说，在这个当下里面呢，其实我们可以感觉到的就是。
Well, that's how we are able to see the 80 over volunteers who came to be trained.
一下午的周会的一个状况下，我们的颜执行长就说，其实带领他真的可以做一个典范，就是带那么多的一个志工。你看他第一颗种子，然后到了莫桑比克。
Well, you can see that Sister Thailand is actually very energized.
在那个树下其实是3000多位，然后我们现在画面上看的不是只有他们。
And the CEO there said that Sister Thailand can really be the role model.
并且刚才你们看到瑞和他讲的中文是讲的如此的标准，可是他一开始的时候去学习打字的时候，也是一只手一只手一只手。
Although we say that Sister Thailand can really lead the 85, but actually we see under the tree there are actually a few thousand.
一定是非常有机会的。那今天呢，带领他上来，并不是要讲这一个部分的，他是要让我们去了解从一代弃权。
Although you can see Ray could speak very fluent Mandarin, but in the beginning he had to actually match word by word in order to speak properly.
这是今天的重点。但是我想再加这一段影片，让大家去知道，其实无论是硬体或软体，他们都是兼而有之，一直在往前的哈。
Well, Sister is going to share about how we have worked over the years and where we are now and what are the challenges we face.
两户样品屋已完工，大家忙着验收和优化房屋的品质。
大爱村的设计上面，我们参考的是联合。
See how they managed to advance ahead. And let's listen to another report. Here we see the Dai village.
往返村口的水井呢去取水。
慈济在莫桑比克援建的23所学校。其中库拉小学、乔钦马拉小学。
So actually, when we build this Thai villages, we go according to the UN Habitat Standard, and so we are actually of a certain standard. We do not simply build them.
还要考量到说如何让他们可以靠自己的力量站起来。
一代风灾摧毁了当。
好的，所以我们呢，
Oh, maybe about
那每一次只要呢。
September or October, we will have these elementary schools being built. Of course, it's not just about building all these elementary schools, but it's also about how they're going to stand up and carry on their life in a positive manner.
不要怀疑，最后他们在讲什么，你不会听懂的，因为我听了好多次。我以为我耳朵有问题，但是他到底在讲什么？原来是葡萄语。
Yeah, see, amazing how the great master in the New Year message. Isn't this amazing?
到底在说什么？可是前面我们听的非常。
So you won't understand what they say.
莫桑比克勋法永不退转，你看看多厉害的他妈！好，通关密语来了，一起来。
Well, of course, this is a Portuguese language. We didn't understand what they were saying.
正能量好，不用到莫桑比克，到金色吧，花莲。Hello， 嗨，有看到你了。
Hello。美老师好。
I would love to be with you because you have got positive energy.
我们两个就是这样，就是电话的时候，然后两个笑声都太大，很没有慈济人文。然后他也是属于那样笑得非常开心，我也是。
Oh, hello,
互相调侃说，
Sister Tai Ling.
哪一天我们会被抓去关起来。好，感恩你。好，来。
好，感恩美女老师。好，敬爱的上人金色师父，还有线上的菩萨家人们，大家好，很开心哦，又见面了哦。那其实很感动，美女老师每次都好用心。
I wonder because of our very there's a fast style. One day we will be caught up. We will be reprimanded.
讲一下吧，那后面那边视讯拜年那个地方。
Hello everyone. We're so happy to be able to meet up again. Just now I saw some video clips, and we're actually very grateful.
新年快乐哦！
是这样子，
对，葡萄牙语的新年。
Oh, actually, the message we sent out to Master in the New Year was just before COVID. We're saying that we will continue to imbibe the Dharma. So we're saying, oh, New Year is here, so we'll continue to work hard. And we said, Happy New Year to Master. That was the meaning of the Portuguese greeting. We're so grateful to Sister Meiyun for always giving us this opportunity. Since 2019, when the COVID struck, Mozambique has actually gone through a lot of calamities. Principally, of course, would be the cyclone Idai. So cyclone Idai did hit 3 countries. And this yellow zone that is in the map is the province Mala. Thank you for the wisdom exhibited by Master Chen Yan. Really grateful for all the global help that's pouring in. Although we had 500 over schools that were destroyed as a result of the cyclone Idai, we were able to slowly rebuild them bit by bit. Now we actually rebuilding 23 schools, and we have also in the process of building the 4 Ta'ai villages. For example, these are the 3 schools that almost completed. We are almost above the 90% level of completion. So probably by end of this month, the schools will be completed. So the students can actually move into this spanking new schools by the beginning of the next month. Indeed, Mozambique has really experienced great climatic changes. Just this year alone, we have experienced 3 different cyclonic waves. We're grateful for Master Chen Yan for not forgetting and not leaving Africa behind. So we're grateful for Master Chen Yan's wisdom and to digging out the wells. So, but the challenge is that some of the wells had a lot of salt content. So we have to look among the wells, the wells that can produce water that is of sufficiently low level of salt. For example, this well in this Kula Elementary School, we find that the salt content in this well is actually less than half the amount of salt in other wells, which means that this well is actually suitable for drinking purpose. So we are so grateful for that. So we have indeed over this year managed to do some volunteer functional training. What do we train them in? We train them to dig wells, to repair them, and also to build the toilets. Here you can see Kula Elementary School is almost completed. Then we have the Kula Thai village. Here we have the we can see how securely we lay the foundation. Master always wants them to have the most steady home so that they can be safe. Of course, we have here you can see the list of the 12 families to be settling in very soon. And we collaborated with the NGOs, and we are able to do up the Thai villages in a wood standard. Here is a ceremony whereby we hand over the land title deeds, and we have verified that the land title deeds are indeed bona fide. And Matusila Thai village and Cha Thai village groundbreaking ceremony was in April, and we can look forward to the completion of these two Thai villages soon as well. So we see how they lay the groundwork there, how they measure very diligently, making sure that everything is according to plan. Well, we're going to look forward to the more fun secondary school. This will be indeed the largest secondary school in the country. See how the cyclone have destroyed so much of the secondary schools, and only 3 classrooms were left intact and only 2 toilets. So all the roofs have been blown away. Oh, soon we're going to have groundbreaking.
那非常感恩我们的团队、营建处、宗教处，还有本土的工程师、本土的厂商，我们每一周都有超过10场以上的线上会议来排定、来检讨进度。
Tomorrow, 2 ministers will come over.
做到深夜那很感动，也很感恩他们
Oh, this is indeed the Mozambique's largest secondary school, so the ministers are coming over. So ultimately, when it's completed, you can see that's the outline map of the school when it's completed. Of course, we also have to beef up the local workforce. We managed to hire 12 full-time locals to take care of the construction matters. And we always do the review progress report on a weekly basis.
很感恩线上的菩萨们今天可以一起来跟大家分享啊，那也让我们一起再把爱传出去。感恩大家，祝福大家，感恩。
We also have weekly video conferences. So far, we have held 10 video conferences with the Taiwan colleagues.
当下里面，我相信呢，就是每一个人在听到这样的一个分享。
We're very grateful for this opportunity to share with everyone online. So grateful, everyone. Grateful, indeed grateful.
其实我们如果重新的再来看这样的回播，然后很仔细
Wow, so grateful to Sister Tai Ling for this wonderful sharing. So we can see how the largest secondary school in Mozambique is going to be completed.
戴琳师姐是菩萨，发愿在莫桑比克付出传法，你做到了，感恩你幸福了哈。山东威海的王会就说
Thailand, we have somebody feedback that we are really grateful for Tai Ling's wonderful sharing.
真是莫桑比克的大菩萨哈。那么锦淑就说每次都好期待戴琳师姐的分享，戴琳师姐强大的能力像魔法打开莫桑比克的大门，步步神奇的通关秘籍，就是心通了。他们的思想可以和我们一起来思考。我们在莫桑比克熏法永不退席，满满的大爱。
There's so much positive feedback.
的佛法真是落实在人间哈。那在这个地方，感恩山东威海的王慧，你说他是学校老师，很巧今天有跟老师调课了，所以他可以安心上线，谢谢你哈，感恩。总之，在这边我们的高雄的子方说，言语通了，心就通了，感恩戴琳师姐慈悲与智慧结合教育的魅力。
Everyone is so encouraged by Tai Ling's sharing and the diligence of the Mozambique volunteers.
我们是3小时的直播，结束以后马上写上时间点就传出去了。但是我们这一次要在跨步，其实我们团队已经实验很久了哈，就是带领的这一段，就是带领的完整的这一段，我们也会分段的给大家提供大家就是短视频，然后让大家更能够去遇见莫桑比克的爱。再次掌声感恩带领，谢谢。好，那我们现在回到简报好不好？然后同时间谢谢第一个时间给我们回应的，无论是贵州的姚淑颖，还有呢就是我们山东的王慧，以及泰国的
synthesizing sharing by Tai Ling into maybe 3 short sections to share with everybody so that you can actually revisit the sharing that Tai Ling has so wonderfully prepared.
非常好哈。好，所以呢，泰国桃园的彭氏国哈，还有我们的
we thank you for all the various brothers and sisters from around the world that's given all the positive feedback. I'm indeed very grateful for Tai Ling. We really have to learn so much from her.
就是邀约更多人，所以你在哪里？您按赞转分享，邀约朋友上线了没有？好，那台北呢？
So there are quite a few from Kaohsiung sharing as well.
文代是在花莲哈，好，妙如感恩您哦。还有呢，
some from Beijing as well.
马来西亚沙巴市的春子师姐，以及我们 Lady
Wherever you are, just press the feedback button and share with us how you feel about the sharing.
新北的绿师姐，谢谢 Annie Chan， 你在哪里的家人，请让我们知道哈。好的，那我们回到我们的简报里面呢，我们首先来看一个影片，
Malaysia,
非常犀利的哈。那我们看看，其实所有的善款可以放在哪里呢？
有很多次，快撑不下去了。
So anytime wherever you are, let us know where you are from, and we are grateful for all these sharing.
字眼不只是一个字汇，它更是一种感受。
我每天早上到楼上去上课之前，都要先想的问题就是，这份早餐能不能加蛋？也要省20块的车钱，走20几分钟到林口市政区兼家教。
那我现在的状况是右眼罢工，然后左眼剩下0.4、0.5的视力。我觉得我能够走出来。
Every morning, I like to ask myself,
包含我也参加了实际的一些奖学金，那对我来说是很多的肯定。
特别感谢上人
and
对于教育的
my
重视
eyesight
这
is
确实是我们这
deteriorating.
种在资源比较匮乏的环境中长大
The reason why I can come out
想要
and
翻转人生最重要的方式。
because I received some assistance from Tzu Chi.
不只安心就学，更能学有专长，得以翻转人生。我毕业了，助学让我顺利到了凤凰花开的季节。我不仅被照亮，还看见
I'm grateful for the opportunity to turn my life
很多
around.
孩子和曾经的我一样，都在等待一个求学的机会，也等待一个
I've graduated finally.
慈济助学补助像一道光，照亮了
I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel.
您的帮助，助我毕业。
现在进入了毕业季，
A lot of
所以呢，其实
family also waiting for the opportunity to educate.
慈善这个部分是从台湾起步了，即便我们做到国
Tzu Chi's educational funds has benefited so many people, tens of thousands, literally.
的一个感觉，但是我们实质都一直在做，所以点滴共善，无论是在台湾这块土地，
so
或者是我们的国际间，还有
over to the next one.
都很需要我们点滴的共善。来看一下我们的新年，这一次是累积到60周，我们累积到42732朵，感恩来自这么多的国家哈。虽然大家渐渐的就是没有再像以前这么热络的在传捷报哈，但是实际上都有在做。可是不要小看哦，就算是100人共善1朵，1人100元，这样也是一份力量。所以我们希望点滴共善。
We have now 42,732 lotus flowers, which is fantastic record. We're so grateful for all the contributions from different people.
把所有的钱来当做是一个共善的一个能量哈，所以呢，欢迎大家到大爱感恩去，自用送人2相宜。那在这边呢，也特别跟大家，就是越来越多人跟我讲说，哇，这个去脂粉我用了以后真的非常好用哎，好，所以如果您是在高雄的好朋友，礼拜3的时候呢，我们还
So we can see how Thai technology is continuing to reinvent itself and contributing various resources to places who need it. So this Thai technology has come up with so many innovations to improve the lives of everybody.
我们家里的东西越来越接近，但是不会破坏地球这样的一件事，也让大家知道哈。好，所以我们都是没什么权利的人，但是人可以没有权利，但要有影响力。来看看这边呢。
Oh, definitely. Despite the very powerful usages by all these chemicals, definitely they will not destroy the earth, and they are very environmental friendly.
所以呢，你能不能替我们马来西亚的家人？
Although we do not have many rights, but we definitely have a lot of influence over many people.
英文以后马上也是可以翻译成中文的哈。他们说：“老师们，请多多指教。”就是这一些老师。
Sister Meiling from Malaysia.
我们才知道说，原来他们是如此的一个用心哈。
We're so grateful. We're so grateful for you.
马来西亚比一开始，他担任的就是什么翻译和校对。可是
And certainly, you can translate it into English or from English to Mandarin, vice versa.
包括了就是黄新才、陈胜利、陈美蕊，以及在大学的讲师邱美义。
Sister Meiling has actually managed to do the translation as well as the editing work ever since the Kaohsiung transcript group has started.
已经编出了就是比较常用的马来语的慈济语汇，哇，这让我们非常的感动哈。所以这一群老师呢，也注入了很大的一个能量哈。所以他这边是写说，老师们。
And definitely, all this translation is to enable more people to be able to understand and also to appreciate the content.
所以我在想说，他怎么写请多？
Because of this translation, we can reach a wider audience as well. And this is no small influence. This is actually big influences that go a long way.
老师们，其实我在知道老师们这么用心的要把笔译的这部分呢去做一个专业，然后让更多人去了解，真的非常的感恩。然后我们这边是我们高雄的宗教书商明珠，这是我们9周年的依赖独立互赖，他是讲到说我们高雄线上读书会就从书宣到
Very grateful for the teacher. We do the transcript well in order that more people can be shared this good news.
后来互相的鼓励，互相的互赖哈。那他也说出我们这个团队有5大特色，这5大特色呢，我们就把它传到群组，让大家去看一下。
We've seen how the Kaohsiung online study group has moved from regional to international, and now this impact on the lives of people is so profound.
法师特别请假，然后来，他的女儿真的觉得说，哇，真的妈妈，这里真的
And they have got such special characteristics.
一行人就16个人哈，然后每次来的时候，他们觉得满满的正能量，也感受到说那一天我哽咽的时候，他突然感觉到在云里陪伴他们的玉如师姐也是这样，玉如师姐就领着他们
able to attend the Kaohsiung online study group. And the doctor said that indeed is something very special. I can feel the positive energy in this group.
所以呢，这个压力其实是很大，感恩景会的一个鼓励哈。那他的女儿呢，回程没有跟着师姑师伯回去。
And Sister Yuru was just coordinating, but even though she was just coordinating, she could feel all that positive influences.
长保勇猛精进不退心。他说：“9岁了，高雄线上读书会9岁。他们来到这里的时候，每一次都收到我们一些很短的句子，比如说‘我喜欢和你在一起，因为你有正能量’，还有一些什么 ‘go go go’， 做做做，好这一些。”
We have feedback from Yuan. Well, it's already 9 years, this Kaohsiung online study group. Well, I feel that some of the energetic phrases are really very catchy. For example, go, go, go. I like to be few because you've got positive energy.
就是由他来处理。然后这一次呢，7月16号我们的新戏还没有上档，就是天下第一招。结果他简报竟然隔天就给我。
Very grateful for all this positive feedback, and
掌声欢迎
may everybody continue to feedback to us.
敬爱的上人金色师父，
So over to Sister Shirley.
大家好。我是高雄林雅市府和气的袁慧玲。
Sister Huiling is speaking, and then she is going to share the idea about if we have brighter heart, and then we can protect all the lives. When we saw the 4 inconvenience right now, like the flood, the forest, fire, all these disasters is really terrible. So the earth is hurting. It's giving us the information that's keep getting hurt. And except for even Taiwan, there's a lot of other countries have similar disasters. For example, in 2021, from July to August, Greece has shown that more than 10, the hottest weather more than 10 years. There are also even 3 days that the temperature is more than 47 degrees, and even within 24 hours there was like more than 78 fires has been started, and even 600,000 meter squares of acre has been burned, and over 100 house has been burned as well. So This is the picture on the side is like the picture what happens to Taiwan. In the southwest of Taiwan, there was heavily water raining, and that caused the really heavily water flowed in the middle south. And this one we're talking about the COVID-19 cases in the States in 2021 July to August, and even 7% of the people in the States are already fully vaccinated, but the Delta variant was still really horrible. And even in Vietnam, the COVID was still really serious. There was a group interaction in 2021 August, and then the government have to there's 19 province has to make their residents stay home more than 2 weeks, and this is the one in Malaysia in July 24th. There's one membership from Tzu Chi. He saw that his neighbor cannot even have enough food and has suffering from the COVID, and then he talked to the memberships in Malaysia and then talked to them, said they need more help. So the Chi member went there for supporting more food and like supporting more life supports. Maybe people think that the COVID like the thing happened so far away, all the disasters so far away. Why should I care? But actually, we are all living in Earth, and this is our common family. And when we have the inconvenience, we as human beings, when we have the small inconvenience, that will cause the big inconvenience on the earth, and that will cause the people on the earth have to close themselves, has to keep distance between each others, and then they have to wear masks to stay away from each other. And what should we do? Like, we cannot just be in panic, being worried, and be anxiety. And we're going to watch a little video in 2021. Zheng Masters talk to us.
已经造成了不只是气候，也造成了病气。病啊，也已经成为一种的气流，所以我们都要戴着口罩啊。那就是彼此之间、呼吸之间、彼此之间靠近呐。那这种的病菌呐。 那到底病菌的生态呢，是怎么起？那如何从动物跑到人的？人与人之间，到底呢，如何呢，会有这样的互相感染，造成了现在呢，人呐，靠近人。 总是呢，有一种警醒，就是风该距离啦，拉远一点。这到底到何时才能结束？人啊，在这样的拉开距离，那心呢？ 所以我会说，大哉教义呀，停下欲念，停下贪嗔痴，把外来的感染的、内心囤积的无明杂乱， 赶快呢，清清扫扫，让它呢重新再来。这叫做大哉教义。小乾坤都是人。
感恩上人的开始。对，大乾坤呢来自于小乾坤。如果说
Again, Master Zhong. So that makes us understand that the big Tiankun is coming from the small one. And if we keep getting more desires of something, it will make us cannot stop. And then we need to make more people know that we should stop desiring a lot of things, especially desiring on their food, on their stomach, on what we're eating. And then at the end, we want to say that if we keep Gan in our heart, then we can feel the warmth and happy. And if we keep the kindness, we can see the kindness of all the things. Master always said that every day we should, every day when we go through smoothly and peacefully, we should be grateful and gan because life is unpredictable. No, something can happen right away, and we cannot always imagine what will happen next. So keep the idea of gan in our heart.
可是你看看哦，高雄线上读书会会提供非常多的，也就是分享完以后，刚才无论是带领的简报，或者是我们导读人简报，现在已经分享到你的
sharing that
7个微信，18个 line， 超过9000人可以收到的。也就是如果你在这些群组，你已经收到他们的简报，你只要把直播看一看。
We have been shared one Telegram in the sharings, and
这样的一个简报，然后就可以在品书会里去进行。因为有时候自己的故事嘛，就像我在这边能。
So we can see all the posters on Facebook, online, on the kind of social medias. But I have been reading so many people's stories. It's hard for me to invite every single person here on in face to face, but I need to know their stories and I need to able to tell their stories. So really appreciate Sister Huiling's sharing. And there's a lot of comments, feedbacks on Facebook and YouTube. There's sisters from Canada, from Hualien. We really appreciate the sharing from Dailin sister. And there's also sisters from Chongchun.
黑河的关键问候大家好，赞叹带领师姐的分享非常的精彩哈。
And also from Heihe, it was a great sharing from Sister Dailin.
你这么幸运，还跟他们坐在一起同桌用餐，那你一定是不是那一天晚上都睡不着觉？哈，好。
Actually, the brother in Heihe is actually having lunch with the sisters and talking about all the sharings from Sister Dailin. We are also welcoming Sisters Hui to invite her family, even if her family cannot understand Mandarin. There's also many different language translation online as well. And really appreciate the sister who also give positive feedback from Sister Dailin sharing. now get back to the poster. So you don't need to be really great to get started, but when you get started, you will become more stronger.
那我们回到简报，我们一起来念这句话好不好？相信自己一定可以。
And if you keep moving forward, and you can keep getting stronger. And we also need to believe that once we can make it, we try to put all our effort in, we will make the amazing results. And then we are sharing the 顺口溜 team. So this is the team from the United States. And this is the group from England and Canada. And this one is the online gathering. It was in 2022, February 16th. So we're looking on the left side is from Sister Fang Wenhuang, and then she has planned everything regularly, but since the COVID happens, and then it somehow ruined her plan. But she was still really happy she was able to join the online meeting.
然后他在旁边用一台电脑参加品书会，可是他就发现看他的脸，他们家师兄就随时呢笑，然后
And on that day she has the online her husband was joining the online meeting, and then she was joining the book meeting, and then she always wondering why her husband is laughing, because he was watching the online meeting, he was joining the online meeting. And then we are going to take a look at the part
内蒙的李恩利师姐说，黄金海岸林恐龙真诚付出，勤造福，多年情缘不断线，推树护生结善缘。导读团队王艺婷，慈济智慧遍全球，语言肤色各不同，共同一心绝友情。台南队主跟福田，C 牙七基律长，工厂庙有化道场，经藏演绎法宣扬。诗经文清爱之音，抚慰心灵受良方，关怀陪伴有温度，善解包容是神汤。慈大教授曾国藩，有爱无爱同理心，无语良师做典范，生命无尽大舍情。情跟福田主题乐，教育风华价值观，好因好缘慈济路，桂梅主任请带动。接下来我们手动一下喽，一起跟着美国团队的顺口溜，他们不断要写这个顺口溜，
This is from the United States team called Kaohsiung. So I'm going to go through, called Department Director from Kong, Lin from the Gold Coast, the Austin who had shared with Tzu Chi, established a good relationship with its Egg Smash with City since 2021 floating, and there are many Tzu Chi members has been keep contributing in their teams, and different brothers and sisters contribute differently in their groups, in their teams.
一次爱的鼓励，给我们所有的顺口溜团队按赞，爱的鼓励，贝贝来。
And really appreciate all the sharings and all the 顺口溜 team. You guys did a great job.
中风的可能性是比较少的，所以大家平常可以练习一下。好，接下来我们的讲次数。
And I heard that if you are able to read this positively or fully, then you need to do great work in your brain. And then really appreciate the reading from Sister Darlene. And now let's welcome the next Sister Afi to share English part. 感恩。
意大利的汤美快师姐，而美编是由我们的彰化的谢淑雅师姐哈。那我们来看一下哈，就从影片我们来认识一下我们的林主任，他上个。
Now we shall come to this segment where Dr. Lin Jinyao from now he's having a coffee break with all his patients and sharing, and everyone is at ease listening to the sharing from Dr. Lin from Taichung, from Taichung Medical, and all of them here are having a very cozy and warm session with the Dr. Lin and the medical team to enable them to be at ease and peaceful, not so worried about their illnesses, to give them the support. Now we are honored to have this Dr. Lin. So it's very important that in our lives that we are able to meet a good doctor. It's very important as well whenever we are sick. Now we have this brother Pun, who's organizing weekly support here in the Taichung hospital to enable everybody to exercise, to do some stretching, especially to the patients, to have improve their health. So especially to cancer patients, to give them, to elevate their immune system. Now we have this Dr. Lin. So we are so touched to see all these video clips and the works being done by the medical team headed by Dr. Lin. So in this video, we have come across, let us now invite more people to come online to listen to this particular segment about medical. No doubt breast cancer is commonly among women, but this particular video, we have to take concern that men also will have this breast cancer. So we are concerned that there are changes in our nipples, so we have to take precaution. This particular video is about a man who have breast cancer, which usually happen in women, right? So doctors advise us to be careful, to observe our own breast area and to seek early treatment if we discover early. Currently, breast cancer is one of the most frightening sickness. In this modern technology, we have more and more advancement in medical treatments, so patients should not be so patients should not be scared of or frightened, as we have on and off, we have latest equipment and latest medical technology to address this breast cancer. Now Dr. Lin is on stage here. He'll be sharing on this particular medical tips here. So let us invite more and more people. If those who can't listen live, encourage them to do so, to repeat. This is a very good segment. Looking at the poster, I already have the feeling that it's going to be very interesting topic today. And Dr. Lin personally come over here to share with us about health, about breast health care. Good morning, and good morning to Master and all the above sisters and to all the brothers and sisters around here, around the world. On my way here, there are people who say that I'm on the way here to share about this breast cancer medical tips here. I believe that many of us will able to benefit from this medical talk, and I'm sure many people will be able to put back all the smiles on the beautiful ladies. We also hope that to have this opportunity more often to share about Medicare, hoping that more and more people are aware of this sickness. I'm very concerned and aware that to take care of breast health is very important, and we ask all women here not to worry so much, but to observe the changes in oneself, in your body. So most of us will panic if we are hearing about breast cancer. Let me ask of you here, what are your worries about every day? Are you happy every day? Are you happy to join this book study? Many of us will have our thoughts elsewhere, our scattered thoughts. We may be concerned about our children's condition, their health, and due to the current coronavirus here, the pandemic, we may be worried. We may have various kinds of worries around us. Who will take care of children? What if we are contracted or infected with the virus? While many of us, of the people, still have to take care of our career as well, and many women are also have their own careers, and at the same time they have to take care of their families. So of course, it's very important that the in-laws that they are staying with can support. Otherwise, it will be a very pressure. It will add on more pressure to the professional women who are working. So many, sometimes many issues that are unseen, invisible, that may affect one's health. Example, maybe a lot of housework to do for career women. So we have to remind everyone to not to forget about our own health, not to ignore the health, and not to ignore our physical condition. Be more observant. Now let us look at this picture, the video. It could be very scary, right? If you look at it now, at the left side, you can see a lot of those small issues, metastasis. So Initially, it was a 1 cm, right?
那经过了1年多，他自己就发现说，哇，这个肿瘤
But because this breast lump became enlarged, because this patient she has to take care of her family, so she has delayed her treatment. You can see all many white calcifications appearing on the mammography just now, like snow, right, on the left side. So it's like snow. So the breast cancer have progressed from stage 1 to stage 3. But fortunately, she came for the treatment here. And on the right side, you can see the appearance that of the both breasts are a bit different than the left. Why that she need to wait until this stage to come and seek treatment from a doctor? This is also because could be due to her. She have to think of her financial, and also she have to take care of the family, and also about her work, that may have delayed her. And she's also considering if she were to seek treatment, she will not be able to take care of her family and not to be financially burdened. So I would like to inform everyone that not to be so concerned. Importantly is to seek treatment early when you encounter some differences in your body. So you must seek help or medical treatment early. If maybe she has this financial burden that is so serious, so she rather seek daily outpatient. We found that many, we have reports showing that many women have unhealthy lifestyle, and also due to their the living and their career, maybe and there are pressure. So usually pressure will give rise to cancer. Insomnia is also an important factor that may cause breast pain, breast cancer. So during menopause or menstruation, there will be some hormonal changes, stimulation to the breast that may cause pain. It will cause discomfort. There are other factors. There are some emotional stress, living conditions maybe, and some of them may have some may have gone through a menopause, so this may also contribute to the cancer, breast cancer. Maybe because they are too stressed, some of them having insomnia, they can't sleep, having headache or migraine. All of us here are ladies, right? Most of you are here. So we have to be observant in our physical body here. When you're not feeling well, you're having a headache, try to go through and touch your body around the breast area. Sometimes our symptoms of not feeling well could be due to some conditions, physical conditions in our body. sometimes the itching of the breast, especially the areola and then on the nipples area, they may cause relief. Maybe we didn't, the way that we, our hygiene that we undertake is not proper, so we have to be more conscious about this because not some people may be sensitive to certain things, certain materials in their cleaning of their underwear, especially girls, so they may give rise to sensitive to the skin. So we recommend that we have to observe this sensitivity and choose the right natural cotton product, for example, for the underwear. So the cleaning of the underwear is also recommended that we should hand wash and choose a mild lotion. Another reminder also is to pay attention to the condition of the nipple bleeding. Although that there's no need to be too nervous if you found some nipple bleeding, but we recommend that we should go for the breast examination. In most cases, the nipple bleeding are caused by the intraductal mastoid tumors, which are benign changes. But depending on the amount and the frequency of nipple bleeding, or continuous tracking, or surgical removal of the mastoid tumors, usually, you should not be so concerned because 90% is usually not malignant and can be cured. We did find that some patients with more bleeding from the nipples were diagnosed with early breast cancer. So we have to be cautious if we found that we have this nipple bleeding, because about 10% of the causes of nipple bleeding are related to carcinoma in situ, and it may cause breast cancer. So we want to remind everybody that should seek treatment or examination from the medical department. Breast tumors are often very worrying. There are two types. So you can examine yourself, do a self-examination to the areas around the breast area. So sometimes you may feel some areas are soft, some are hard. So breast tumors are usually divided into two categories. One may be malignant, fibroadenoma, or maybe it's a cyst or just a breast inflammation. And it's not so serious. Well, there's another one that is called malignant tumor, which is commonly known and as a breast cancer. You can see and differentiate this by doing your self-examination of this self-palpation. If you are aware and notice that there are some the changes that I just mentioned, please go and seek medical treatment or examination. But to put it simply, not to worry, some of the tumors that are painful, I know, but they may not be malignant. They may be hard to fix, but we must be careful. So that sometimes we need to seek a doctor. Let's say it's a breast cancer. We want to know, is there any way to palpate to do an operation. So it needs to, with the sophisticated instrument, breast ultrasound and photography, they are these most important tools for us to confirm whether it's a breast tumor, whether they are malignant or benign and not so serious. So signs of concern are confirmed by biopsy. Many people have wrong means about slices. They worry that slices will cause cancer cells to metastasize. So do not be influenced by this unfounded rumor, because the real cause of cancer cell metastasis is that the cancer cells are not treated immediately during the time that may have allowed the cancer cell to spread. Now, let us look at this video. It's very scary, right? If you look at this. This pyroid tumor, there are two types. It can be, it can grow very fast, or the cells can grow very fast and spread. Sometimes it can be so excessive. But there are another type that it cannot grow and spread below 3 1C or 3C. This pylorus tumor occurs mostly in women around age 40 to 50. And according to the type of tumor, it can be divided into many or malignant tumors. The tumor grows faster and it is easy to recur. The pylorus tumor in both cases were above 25 cm. So the fast-growing tumors will affect our daily life. And surgical treatment will be allow us to return to normal life if we are sick immediate follow-up treatments, and there will be no recurrence. So these two sisters, they have are different. One is a malignant tumor, one is malignant tumor.
那当然，其实姐妹们还是会最担心什么？我们希望大家都保持
Even
健
though
康，
the
可是我们的确会担心
tumor is very big, we still have medical treatments for them to not allow them to spread or grow further.
目前来讲，我们已经
We do have this
这个乳癌是女性的这个癌症的这个第1名
treatment.
那这个
In Taiwan,
乳癌其实每年有将近
one breast cancer patient
所以
is added every 35 minutes, and 1 out of every 4 women with cancer is usually breast cancer.
患者在台湾产生，就是说我讲课讲完，我分享完，其实台湾又多了一位乳癌的患者。
So every 35 minutes there may be a new breast cancer patient. So it's indeed so scary. So in Taiwan, I finished my talk in less than a minute. In less than 35 minutes, there's an added cancer patient already.
在台湾的女生里面，每4位就有1位是得到乳癌癌症的
If
患者。
we hear anybody
这个比例是非常非常的
having cancer,
那为什么大家
most
还是会
probably,
这么担心？
most
所以
likely
我们已经
is
跟
breast
大家讲
cancer.
很多，但是第一个
It's
还是
quite
会担心
worrying
说
about this
大家会第一个担
because
心就是我要不要化疗？
it's a threat to the life,
其实大家都担心
and it's
我要化疗
worry.
那也会担心说，那我要经过这些治疗，有没有可能
Most of the
会
time,
我没办法
the
去上班
patients with breast
会不
cancer,
会没办法
they
照顾
are
家庭？
worried about the side effects of
而
the
且也会担
treatment
心说，这个癌症，第一个还会担心说
that may
会不会
affect
对
their
生命
living,
造成威胁？
their
会不会
career, so they are able to take care of their health, their family. So they may they may be very concerned and worried about their health. So we are very, of course, we doctors, we understand the physical and emotional that is going around with the people who are diagnosed with breast cancer. Anyway, not to worry, breast cancer can also be treated with today's technology and drug development, which have advanced a lot. So we must encourage more patients to seek treatment and at the appropriate to seek treatment immediately, because they can receive appropriate treatment. There's a case where there's a person, a lady with a stage 4 breast cancer metastasis, and we'll be worried about whether she can survive or not. But during the treatment, in medical treatment here, which are more advanced now, we are able to help her to control the disease using the appropriate drugs, which have around her. Actually, this patient was only in her early 50s, and her breast tumor was discovered actually more than 2 years ago. The other day, she came to the emergency room because she was so breathless and she could not breathe normally. You can guess that it was a malignant tumor, and at her breast area, the computer tomography found that the cause of her asthma, difficult in breathing, was actually the accumulation of the fluid in her left thoracic cavity. Actually, it was caused by the metastasis of the breast cancer that have reached the lungs. Because she can't bear the financial burden of the family and afraid to seek medical treatment, she has delayed coming to see us. But after 3 months of the drug treatment with her, the breast cancer cells, as you can see in this video, have gradually shrink and become smaller. And the water in the left pleural cavity have disappeared. At the present, after more than a year of treatment, I was told that the situation is getting more and more stable. It's getting more and more stable now. So this has saved her life. There are more and more young people who are having breast cancer. This story, this picture that I've seen on the screen, is about a girl, a young girl. She was just 28 years old and just only got married and have a honeymoon. But she was diagnosed with breast cancer after she came back from the honeymoon. So she was hoping to have to set up her own family, have a good job, continue her career, a nice and happy family. But during this situation, afterwards she was diagnosed with breast cancer, we with her agreement, she has first frozen her eggs, and then before she underwent for chemo and surgery. Her conditions have stable, And at the age of 31,
那实际上，所以
she
其
gave
实
birth to a lovely
很多的患
twins.
者，其实他每一个患者后面都有很多的故事，然后那不同的
This is the turning point of her life as she seeks early treatment. Many patients have their own story behind. So we need to understand breast cancer patients. What do they really need? How's the situation? Most important is to calm them down and let them be composed.
病人常在门诊时候才能跟我们接触，但实际上我们
And
希望
also to
我们对
encourage
病
them
人的这个
to
关怀是
seek
怎么样，
treatment
是能够
or
不间断
early
的
examination
365
of the
天，
breast
所以
cancer.
我们也在我们团队里面成立了 LINE 的群组，因为治疗期间
So
难
let
免
us
会
now
有一些可
see
能的
that
副作用，我们
Taichung
希望
Mercy
在及
Hospital
时能
Breast
够提供他们
Medical
最新的
Center
一些资讯，
has
能
now
够提
set
供他
up
们
a
陪伴，
group
在抗癌的路上让他们不孤单。
to accompany the patients.
好，那治疗的目的其实我们很简单，我们就希
We
望怎
can
么样？
accompany them
所有的
using
患者
this
在我们
line,
手上的
official
病
line
恢复
at
健康，
group
回到
and
他完
hoping
整
to
应该有的
uphold
生
our
活。
most professional
那
and
当然，
warm-hearted.
要恢复他的健康，我们也希望
Hopefully
说
they
我
can
们
return
能
good
够
health.
不要
Accompany
破坏
them
他
for the
乳房
365
原本
days
该
with
有
our
的一些外观。
personalized
所以我们
service.
在乳房的手术，我们也
We
希望
hope
说
that they
用
can
这种
recover
整形式的保留手术，能够尽量维持我们
to
所有
their
的姐妹
original
们在乳房的一
health
个外观，
and to
让他不
have
会觉得说，
whatever
因
they
为
should
生
have
病，所以
in
我
the
就没有
beginning.
乳房，我就好像少了什么，心里面会有一点点缺憾。我们也希望
We
借
hope
由
all
这样
our
能够
sisters
让他们保持原本
to
的自
have
信。还有呢，很多的我们的姐妹在抗癌成功
to
之
have
后
the，
其
best
实她会
of
有
the
点
best in
彷
life,
徨。
and that there may be
我之前
most
在抗
important
癌的
that to
期间，
allow the
医生啊、
patients
护理师都会
of
跟
this
我
breast
说：“哎，你要
cancer
怎么样
to
做啊？你要
restore to
注意
their
什么
original
啊？”
health
哎，
and
可
return
是
to their
忽然
original
间，我们
life.
治疗都成功了之后，
Patients
哎，
undergoing
好像没有人跟我
surgery
说我要
can
怎么生活，他
also
会忘记怎么回
maintain
到自己的
the
生活，真的
beauty
会
of
这
the
样子。
breast as
哎，你会
well.
忘记你在生病前你到底怎么
With
生活。
proper
那
treatment
所以也因此，
and
我
proper
们才会设计了这么
treatment from
多
the
丰
doctors
富
and
的
the
病友
team
会，像我们刚在 BCR 有这个
using the
咖啡
right
馆，那有找潘
drugs,
诺迪老师来跟我们做运
medical
动。
drugs
哦，那实际上
in the process of the
这些
treatment.
姐妹们还有们，其实最重视的是什么？
So
我
we
要怎么
also
吃
have
啊？我要怎么吃？
organized
所以我们也找了营养
various
营养的博
groups
士
here.
来教大家怎么吃。
For example, the coffee
那
break,
其实我们也推动了什么？蔬食。
the coffee break
我们在
exercise team,
IEI 成功之后，我们也在
accompanying
病
all
友
these
会推动
patients.
蔬食。那也很多的这些很丰富的一些
We
活动
also
啊。
during this
那因
we
为其
have
实
a
很多人会
cold,
有一些像
warm and cozy
失眠
session
的
to
问题，我
encourage
们
the
也找医生
patients that
来
are
跟大家
undergoing
讲失
surgery
眠啊，吼，
or
那
doing their
很多之前还有什么维他命
their
，D， 那
health,
甚至我
the
们
the
也带我
support
们的这
given
样
to
姐妹
them.
们出去玩，放松心情。
So we encourage
那
vegetarian
时间很快啊。
diet,
那实际上，
using the right
我们在这
vitamins,
个虽然
and
我们做
also
了这么多，我
encourage
们还
them
是会有
to
一些依依不舍，因为不是
go
每个
for
患者都能够
leisure
长长久久
and
的待在我
pressure
们身边，还是有一些患者他
trips.
就是会走到生命
Many
的
breast
尽头。
cancer
那我们希
patients
望，
may not
即
know
使
how
在
to
这样
live
学
a
习
normal
后，
life
可能在治疗
after
上面已
recovering.
经没有办法抗癌的时候，
They
我
may
还是
have
希
a
望
lot
能
of
够陪伴每一
hesitation
个患
and
者，这
worry.
样走到生命的
Therefore,
最
our
后。
team, our
那这些
medical
吴
team
妈
from
妈呢，实
Taichung
际上
Mercy
她都没有
Hospital
生过
Breast
病，她
Medical
是职业妇
Center
女，她主
place
要
a
是会
very
比较
great
痛。后
importance
来
to
来的时候
the
就找公司，
post-cancer
我们把
life
骨转移了。
of
那除了骨
all
转
the
移，后来
sisters.
发现她肺部、肝脏
We
都
are
转移。
using the
那
patient
也
meeting.
老公跟他的儿子
Sorry,
其
we
实
are
就很不舍。
organizing the
那
patient meeting every
我们
month
后来就是
to
开
teach
了
or
这
to
个标靶
guide
药，
our
那
cancer
也把他
patients
病情
how
控
to
制
eat.
下来了。不过
We
他的这个
advocate
癌细胞非常顽
vegetable
强，他
diets
的骨头
encourage
肺
them
部
to
的控制好，但
exercise
是肝脏怎么样？
or
肝
travel
脏癌
with
细胞反
them
而控制不下来。
so that they can
好，那
return to their
经过
normal
了，
life as
其
soon as
实他大概
possible.
半年的这个治疗之后，其实后
There are
面
some
其实
sisters
状况就
who
变得
left
比较差。
this
好，
group
那
because of the
那实际上
pursuits, but we still hold hope to accompany them through the last mile of life, and so that they have no regrets with their families. This photo here, the Wu mother, actually she was a professional woman when she was young, and her husband worked in a field for a long time. Long-term back pain, I thought
也让他在家里待了2天之后才
I would ignore it because I was working too long for it.
那这是另外一
So
个
the
书里
husband
写
and
的
son
故事
felt
那他其实因为 老公在
that
小
the
孩4年
patient,
级的时候
so
他
the
本来在家
husband
里
decided
因
to
为
accompany
后来出来创业
her
先认识慈济，走入慈济。那也在我们健检的时候发现了乳癌这个状
So
况了哈。
previously she was
那
a
其实原本
housewife
的治疗其实非常
and
顺利，不过在追踪的过程当
her
中发
husband
现了
has
转
left them when the son was age 1.
那转移的
So
过程中，
now
其实他很坚强，那也奋斗了半年多的时间。不过最
we
终
saw
其
that
实
this case,
他最后的心
the
愿是什
family
么？因
actually
为
cared for
每
him
年
so
他都
much.
会有儿子带着他回家，
She
就
had
回
delayed her
回金
treatment
色啦。那
because
因
of
为
the
那一
family.
年真的身体状况不行，所以最后
Her
也
son
很感动，
always
就是
will
师
take
姐
her
离开我
back
们之
to
后，其实他儿
Jing-Si
子
abroad
就在
every
看
year.
完妈妈的这个丧
No
事之后
doubt
呢，
she
带着全家环岛回到金色。
she had this
那他带着妈妈
breast
的法
cancer
杖这样回去，
and she was
就是
staying in this
带着妈妈回去了啦。哦，
medical cancer.
好，那
So
我们希望就是即使到
during
最
that
后
we
我
saw a
们
lot
还
of
是能够
sadness in her
陪
eyes.
战也能够
And
善
the
终。
sad thing is that
好，那我要介绍一下我们台中
the
慈院
father,
哦。那
the
我是
son
台
and the
中慈
daughter
济的林
have
乔
never
医师。
spoken to each
好，
other.
那实
And
际
in this
上我
case
们
have
很感
left
恩
us
院方给我们这
feel
么好的一个，我们在台中慈院有一个乳房医学中心。
physically
那其实
exhausted
它
and mentally as
大家如
well.
果有机会可以来我们中心参观，
So
旁边就是
we spend a
有
lot
非
of
常好
time
的一个环境。
communicating with the both parties of this
那我
system
们
and saying
我们
goodbye
希
to
望
each other,
在生命的过程，胰
fulfilling
癌的患者
our
能够
clients
让他
or our
维持美
patients'
美的
wish
身体，
that he
心
wished
灵
to
生
go
活也美美的，生
the
活
abroad.
也要生命
No
也
doubt
要
her
美美
home
的。
is just
那
about
台中慈
40
济乳
minutes
房中
away
心，我
from
们
the
还是秉持
hospital.
着我们的专
We
业，
are all
我们
worried
希
about
望
her
所有
physical
的患者都
condition
能
that
恢
may
复
not be
他
able
们
to
的笑容，
support
他们的笑
her.
容就是我们最大的鼓励。那也非
Thank
常
God
感恩，谢谢。
this
好，
patient
非
finally
常感
returned
恩林主
home
任
and
哈。
reunited
林
with
主
her
任一
family.
直哈
2 days
缓
later,
缓的说，让
he
我们
felt
心是怎么样？
she passed
安
away
安
without
的。
regret.
就是
This
其
is
实
a
我在
Sumi
第一时间收到您的简报的时候，其实是有惊艳的感觉，就是觉得
So the team
这
of
位医师
Taichung
的
Mercy
简报做得
Hospital
非
breast
常
cancer
好。
insists
但
that
是因为
on
它没
taking
有
good care
文
of every
字，所
patient,
以呢，我就在
hoping that
想，
every
期
sister
待
will
这
feel at
画面
home
简
when
报
they
上
come to this center,
满满的一个
and we
故
will
事。
accompany
那
them
其
to
实我们今
recover
天听
from
的
the
真的是
illnesses.
这样子，你可以感
We
觉，我不
thank
想云端的家人，
you,
你
the
会感觉
hospital
我
for
们全
giving
场就
us
是
a
非
safe
常的
and private
聚
space
精会
for
神在
consultation
听，
so
所
that
以是
the
超有
team,
魅力
the
的一
medical
堂
team
课哈。请
can
导
accept
播注意我的麦克风的
our
声音
most
不能调太大。
professional and
那在这边
personalized
呢，我们加拿大的
treatment
管系理事姐
designed
说，
for
身边
each,
有些女性友
for
人
each
的家人
patient
曾经或
with
现
the
在是乳癌
warmest
的患者，
service.
在长期陪伴的过
So
程
we'd like
中，
to
也曾
thank
担心自
Dr.
己是
Lin
否罹患此病。
Jinyao
预防胜于治疗，突破形
and
成积
his
极面
team.
对，转换心态就有治疗的机会。今天听闻温文儒雅的林主任
We
专
sincerely
业
hope
的
that
宣导，
with the
详细的说
perseverance
明，亲切的
and
叮咛，
every
真是受益
sister
良多。这是来自
diagnosed with
加拿
cancer
大的。
will still
我
have
们
a
长
beautiful
春
body,
的刘
a
春志也
beautiful
很
life,
特别，你看马
and
上顺口溜，
even a
台
more
中慈院
beautiful
林
life
主任
after
乳腺
treatment.
防治面
So
面
we
观，
can
患
put the
者高
smiles
扬
of the
有自
sisters.
信，拥抱自己和
The
生命，
smile of the
充满
sisters
大爱就
are
在
the
这里，
greatest
挽救生命不
affirmation
上进。
of our efforts
动作
in the
很棒。
medical
内蒙的恩利，感恩林主
team
任
from
女
Taichung
性朋友的福音，
Mercy
赞叹他
Hospital
以往神
from the breast
神圣
medical
的使
center.
命。我现在慢慢检
So
点
here
词
there are
给
some
看。
feedbacks
好，所以苏美玲说感恩金瑶
that
大英
are
文分享，
praising
虽然简报很
Dr.
可
Lin
怕，对了，有几张，
Jinyao
但是医师
and
很
the
有亲
team
和力，让人看得心旷神怡哈。这是我们鼓山的林真宇，他说。
No
自
doubt
己身体要
the
自己顾，不
the
要逃避
posters
看诊。
are
透过
quite
专业医
scary
师的
and
诊断，早
frightening,
知道好
but
快。那我
Dr.
们的花
Lin
莲文代
have
师姐说，
that have shared with us to allow us to know better about this, our physical and condition, and also the reminder from Dr. Lin that we should not be too stressed in our life.
他说：“你可以倒一下吗？”我立马拒绝他。我说：“我在3楼，我忙着读书会，没关系，就这样子。”所以这样好像是错误的。
我觉得舒压最重要。
我那时候在忙着读书会的事情，所以我要从3楼要换衣服，要到1楼去倒垃圾。
We must know how to distress.
我不想去做，所以我直接就拒绝。
Well, I'm worried. one worry,
所以我
one
们
busy
如
with
此
my
圈，我不晓
this
得是你是哪边的家人，但祝福你说，
reading.
家人们真的不要害怕
Scrub.
做乳癌防
I was
乳
on the
房
third
摄
floor.
影，
I've been
按
called
时做
to
检
do
查，
to
我
address
是
something
确
else
诊
at
3阴
another
性
event.
乳癌，
So
癌
this
症
isn't
严
this
重，
stress
化
or
疗
not?
副作用一点都不轻松，超幸福的。祝福您，无论您是哪
So
里的
this is
家人
another
那于如很年轻，他
feedback
说妇
that
女疾病常常因为台
early
湾人保
treatment,
守观念而容易被
if
忽
we
视。
are being
透过您医师
diagnosed
的专业
with
分
breast
享，让
cancer,
我们有机会好好检视自己的身体状况，也能将所学的分享给
there
亲
is
友一
still
起来
hope
学习。
for a
那
recovery,
我们的
not to
玉莲
worry.
是在桃园的台中慈院分方杏林，感恩林金瑶分享乳房和美丽的
So let us share this segment with more and more
来
our
鼓
sisters.
励大家时时关心自己。然后在这边，吴美说
How
你认识
to
吗？他说你曾经是您的
there's another feedback
所以他
asking us
说主任真的是一位
Dr. Ling's
良
segment
医
today
问诊解说都
teaching
非
and
常
guiding
的
us
清楚，
how
感
to
恩有心。我
prevent
们这一段也会特别的
breast
剪辑出
cancer.
来，就是分段的一个分享。然后他目前就是英
So
语跟华
Dr.
语。
Lin has
那
spoken
从
very
下个礼
clearly
拜
to
开
us,
始，我
sharing
们
with
是
us
语言分段
all the
的。
tips
那
and
所以
the
我们
tools
推出我们除了
as to
直
how
播的3
to
小时，
take
还
care
有
of
我们
our
重点讲师的分段
physical
直播给大家。
condition.
感恩大家再次感恩我们的金瑶主任，谢谢。好，感恩感恩。好，感恩主任一上线就说，我适合你们。
are grateful and
保
thankful
住一下是。好，我
to
们现在
Dr.
回到
Lin.
我们的简报这边，非常感恩我们的大陆的尹大伟，谢谢你哦。他说感恩科技献爱心，环保资源环保资源变黄金这个部分，将来讲得到。我们看到这个影像，也谢谢我们的
Now we are back to
美
this
边站效
feedback
应
from
无
around
论
the
是
world.
秋玉师姐或者是我们的 于婷师姐他们就是把重点这样的一个图编上去，我们大概知道他讲的是什
So
么。
let's
那
pass
这
to
边
the
尹大伟
next
去讲到的
sharer,
其实就是我们觉
speaker.
得大爱感恩这个部分呢，将感
Ka-
恩大爱感恩
About
这样
about this award winning every year,
并且呢年年
also the efforts in recycling.
功效是非常巨大的，把这个部分呢去回收
Here we
再
can
应用还有大爱感恩
see hear from Beijing's sisters. She mentioned about the efforts of Taichung.
君说一切归于爱那他讲到的就是蔡青娥师姐，他就说青娥师姐分享到近似阅读书轩的游览奇缘，海燕风在当中一位小朋友的爱。看到这里，我也是非常有感觉、有醒悟的，因为我们常常就是忙啊，就是在
Sorry, can someone share first?
那在这个当下里面呢，其实可以去知道说关怀人其实是很重要，然后也觉得青娥师姐的人很美，然后每一个 PPT 也非常的明亮，让她觉得非常的感恩，同时赞叹
Sometimes during our busy life, we may not be able to help, but nevertheless, we also must take a break to show concern for others. Now, these are all the feedbacks from around the world, from brothers and sisters, giving feedbacks.
也就是所谓的儿童日那我
This
也是这一天才知道，原来6月1日是
sister
儿
is
童日
commenting about
学到了。然后在这边呢，你说教育无论是从教育的意或转移的行动，科技这个部分，或者是导读人这个部分，我觉得非常的棒。然后你对于近似阅读书轩营运长呢，青娥师姐的一个分享。很有感，你觉得他呢非常的温柔。
The feedback is that the other day, the teacher, principal that is sharing, gave us a very outstanding sharing about the teens day.
Okay, thank you, Sister Afia. Okay, okay. It is about regardless whatever happened, we have to read more. It's about more reading. So very grateful to everyone for sharing, and one way very grateful to you for not only sharing these short notes but also all this sharing. And we could see that the seedlings have already blossomed into a great field of merits. And this about the Sister Ching Er. At this point of time, you also think that you are only a primary school literature, and in 2007, after reading the Jing-Si aphorism, then you started to know about Tzu Chi and Master. After that, you went to Tzu Chi, between 2017 and 18, you went to Qingdao and listened to some talks. So during this time, that the books you have more and more Tzu Chi books, 70 until 80 books. There are so many, so that's why I can see the great passion in reading. Very grateful for your sharing. And today we can hear the sharing from people. There's a new session for 2023. It's especially for all the avid book reader. We will arrange for everyone to share this part, or how you are touched by the book. We look forward not only by the group, there is also by the Sister Meiyun. They're looking for share speakers. All of them are so shocked. Are you sure? Are you for real? This teacher Meiyun said, yeah, truly, it's for 2023. We are going to have this new segment about the masters, all these wonderful books. They will share how they are touched after reading the books. So we look forward to this new segment. Next, let us introduce the group. Let us introduce this. Everyone is a talent from Global. Aside from understanding better the team members, this person not only undertaking Kaohsiung online book study, he is also very active in his community. So what is he active? Which area? Chicago. We can see recently dumpling spirit, right? Everybody is making dumpling. More or less, we could see everyone for the same. And maybe before this, many of us they have not really seen this brother. Why? Because he is under documenting team. Imagine we know those person in documenting team. Normally they would not really appear online. Most of the time they are behind the scenes. They are the one taking the stories. Can you see? Wow, all these dumplings are so big. Some will be asking, is this for the whole family? Because each dumpling is quite big. This one, another one is about this. Another one is technology. Of course, in this country, it's very advanced in US. During the fire, it touched a lot of disaster victims when they received the blanket. It is a very important element. Tzu Chi volunteers during this festive time, they also will also pass the love stories. What is it made of? Made of plastic. Now these sisters wear plastics. That is Sister Lisan, right? Brother Baoru's home sister. This is the assistant. Of course, Baoru's brother is the assistant CEO in US, chapter 1 of the chapter. So the sheriff for today is from US. We love to be with you because you have the positive energy. That's the way to introduce this brother, Hongkai, Northern California, Cai Hongkai. Wow, we can see the home sister appearing same time too. Can you please go ahead, proceed? Brothers and sisters, good day. I would like to share my stories. Basically, my affinity with Tzu Chi is quite good. Everyone can see this picture, right? Special affinity because Great Dharma Master Yin Sun was with him. So next, because of masters, Leon has mentioned about taking stock or inventory of our life, taking stock of our life. So that's why brother, he started to take notes and take out all the past recordings and look at his how he has walked through his life. He has not changed. The aspiration is still the same. What is the first aspiration? Where it comes from? If he has done anything wrong, then need to repent and quickly change the habitual tendencies if there's any. So brother is very grateful for this affinity, and he hopes that it will continue to future life. So must seize the moment, and each second do not idle it, and ensure that this heart is steadfast, and keep doing kindness. Just now, Teacher Meiyun mentioned about we don't wait until we are very good, then only we start, then as we go along, we learn, then we can be better. So brother felt that along the way, he looked at his past story, he has joined a lot of activities, so he's quite talented in a way. So quickly starts, that's why he can be better. There are a lot of activities he joined. He hopes to seize the chance to join. At times he could be among the early the pioneer ones. Secondary and university can see a lot of medals. A lot of time he got the second place. And he joined archery and also calligraphy. He also has received a second place. And also the double players, badminton, bowling, a few athletics events he also has joined. Past few years, he was the Northern California University president for some of the clubs. So that's so for him is to contemplate how to seize a better affinity with Tzu Chi and masses. We learn about the Jing-Si teaching, that is one to infinity, truly inconceivable. We are not sure if what we are doing now will be useful for future, but we trust that once the affinity has ripened, all these causes and conditions will mature. In the past, brother actually has been a Buddhist practitioner. For him, as we do Tzu Chi, he found that he has a lot of very good affinity. And of course, he has met many great volunteers like Sister Chai Ling, who came to his place. There's this picture. A lot of things. Actually, we can use what we have learned in Tzu Chi, we can use in our everyday life. The calligraphy writing, he can use it because he won competition, won the medal before in this calligraphy part. Now he can use it during the special festive like Chinese New Year, write to people. A lot of people will enjoy that. We want to do a banner. He could also, because he can write well, we can see Sister Dennis and the family admiring his writing. So it is very important to ensure that what we have learned before this and apply it in Tzu Chi. As for the participation in English and Chinese part, voiceover, he's very grateful. He has a chance to participate, help in the notes translation, to be able to make it into notes, to ensure that he can write nice, write well. He felt that he could do a few things at the same time. There's one part we find it funny, which is memorable. Is education. He loved education also, the humanistic teaching. Once they reach the humanistic school, brother will go to the school and talk to the teacher. There was this Project Hope, the seedlings and young seedlings, he joined that class. He was shocked when he heard one of the hunter's points, right? One of the students when asked about the ambition, the student replied that the student wished to be a robber when they grow up. Some of the hunters' corners children. He was so shocked at the San Francisco Happy Campus. He said once there was this story about volunteers who saw Master and knelt down and promised Master would be a good volunteer. So Brother Ting said, during commissioning, it was a good time. He could learn sign language. So he listens to Master's teaching. When he heard that Master is leaving, he quickly went near to Master with the other volunteers. So he was at the side. Master really went to his side and said, please stand up. Wow, the affinity was so inconceivable. Of all places, he was actually at the side. Then Master came to him and asked him to stand up. So he felt that, wow, this affinity is very inconceivable. So they quickly they stand up. At that point of time, Brother was more active in education side. Later, because of some affinity, he also joined a few other activities at university and other places. Everyone can see at Taipei station, right, has the story of his home sister. At that point of time, at the humanistic school, so he brought the Taipei song, and they changed the song a bit, modify a bit to use it. They hope to use the song to attract more people to join Tzu Chi. So he is very creative. He can make songs, he can convert the songs and other means. Calligraphy is good. All these are as tools to recruit Bodhisattva. He also set up these classes on how to take pictures from the handphone. So all these are his great talents. He has multiple talents. These are some of the contributions, little contributions he felt he can do in Tzu Chi. This handphone picture taking, he hopes that can bring more people to become to be part of the documenting team. At times, when people ask us to do things, and sometimes he would have forgotten and he promised first. Then he realized that, oh dear, he has other program. He joined a lot of activities. At that point of time, the sister arranged, said they need another brother to sing duet for the Thai song, with drama song. If he could join as well, then he was thinking, goodness, this is singing. So he courageously agreed. He was thinking even if it's off key, it's still okay. Actually, in this case for this brother, he felt that he don't feel embarrassed. It's the others who might feel embarrassed. But for him, it's more like very courageously upholding tasks rather than feeling too a lot of embarrassment. So he's very brave and courage. Very grateful to everyone for this opportunity to share. Thank you. And please introduce your home sister. My home sister, Buddhist name is Xian. She is humanistic school teacher. And recently, she also joined charity home case. Very grateful to her because I'm so busy outside doing a lot of work. Yet she didn't complain and help me. I'm so very grateful to my parents for their strict upbringing that I could do all this. I have a lot of interest. Thank you. Sister, the home sister, she's very humble and down. And I think if Brother Hongkai asks you to throw garbage, you will immediately go, not like Sister Meiyun who will ask the home brother to do it herself. As we have listened to Brother Hongkai, I'm sure everyone is touched. As we go around, we have 500 members group. as sister, teacher Meiyun understand them better. Then teacher Meiyun, she would be like, wow, shocked, wow, overwhelmed by them because they can do so many things. And everyone, they are very humble. Actually, getting number 2 is not too bad. Brother Hongkai mentioned that a lot of competition, you get number 2, right? But often we heard a lot of time ended up in life, number 2 will be better than number 1, right? And the other part, which is quite hilarious, which is quite, outstanding, teacher Meiyun highlighted is that Brother Hongkai, he would very brave and he would take up the whatever opportunity given. He said, about another volunteers who mentioned, who shared the activity, another volunteers who also shared a similar thing about him doing certain things very upfront and active, while others are lagging behind. He didn't realize. So, okay, let us look at this picture. Just now, Hongkai brother, he flashed this. Maybe teacher may wish to highlight to everyone, this is our Grand Dharma Master Ying Sun. Grand Dharma Master Ying Sun. Brother Hongkai has such a good affinity. He managed to take photo with Grand Dharma Master. This is very special. See, number 2 can have this special chance. In summary, good to seize the opportunity, and this segment is everyone has the talent, so we are grateful to this English translator by South Carolina, Brother Hongkai, and to the home sister who is very humble behind the scene. Let us go to the next segment. Our activity part, Cai said, the smile of the patients are the best present for the doctors. Lin Jinyao said, she mentioned that the speaker shared very softly, very calm. Yeah. Teacher Meiyun said, I also enjoyed this voice. Through the Dr. Lee, who explained well on this breast cancer part, so everyone can understand better how to take prevention precaution on this part. Very grateful to the doctors for guiding us, and also to the earlier sharer. And about another Cheryl also mentioned about another person who gave feedback was talking about her past journey as a cancer sufferer, breast cancer sufferer, so she could relate well to the topic. Come, let us go straight to the activity. Pan Rui, Ren teacher, to guide us on this. Okay, good day, brothers and sisters on the line. Good day. I hope that you are peace and safe. Come, please hold on to your ball. If you, of course, you have this flexible ball, please hold it because we need to use it for both songs. Everyone at the center, please stand up. Okay, let us walk on the spot. Everyone hands raise up, left and right. And do it flexible, lift up. Everyone wipe the mirror. Wipe the mirror, going up and going down. This song is about recycling volunteers. Of course, the volunteers are guiding people by exercising their body, using various ways, by wiping the mirror. Wow, we can see that the participants are enjoying themselves. Everyone enjoying the recycling, saving Mother Earth, and putting great effort, everyone together, saving Mother Earth by doing recycling, saving Mother Earth for a long, long time. Tzu Chi. Very grateful in Tzu Chi. Chang Zao in Tzu Chi, the taking care of the elderly. We hope there are more abundance of happiness in this shelter and this caring for elderly. All of us raise our hand and press on the ball downward and lift it upward. With that, everyone will feel happy. Wipe the door, wipe the window. This is like the actions of wiping the mirror upward and going downward. And raise the hand upward, side to side. Everyone have a good time, go, go, go. And now running on the spot, the other side. That is how we exercise our muscles. Yes, let's go and wipe the mirror. Tzu Chi for a lifetime and lifetime, very long. All of us are at ease and peace, happily doing Tzu Chi. All of us are put in a lot of effort. At ease and peace, tranquil. We could do it forever and ever. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Clap your hand. Tzu Chi, caring for elderly, there are lots of gratitude. There is a lot of happiness, health and good health. We wish everyone great happiness in this. Okay, now for the second song, we still need to use the ball, the flexible ball, to not pass it to other place. Okay, let's bounce the ball a bit. If your ball drops to the floor, it's okay, just pick it up and continue on. Do not forget your companion. It's because all of us, we can lean on each other's shoulder, we can accept other people's help. Each of us, we have our own forte. We're using both hands to do the best. And we can reach the sky. Use our wisdom and serve the masses the best we can. And we feel that we are more energetic. Okay, at the site Kaohsiung online book study, you can see people, volunteers are using their balls to exercise our body, left, right, raise and change the ball from one hand to another. While background, we have this song about volunteers at the hospital. Each of us are important, and all of us are go on the path. Each of us are the main hero, main character on this path. Now take the ball, lift it upward, both hands together and down. Do not forget that you are not alone. You have me at your side when you are sad and down. You can put your head on my shoulder to lean on. Each of us have our own forte, our strength. All of us are grasped firmly to our wishes, to our ambitions. We have to learn to serve selflessly. Then you can feel the strength in ourselves. Okay, now at the site of Kaohsiung, the volunteers are still using the ball to exercise, changing the ball from one hand to another, lift front and upward. Each of us are important, plays important role in this world. They can't be anyone short, everyone is equally important. Do not underestimate one's ability. This song is very meaningful, and using it as an exercise tool also very good. We may be humble and feel ourselves very small, but in fact, everyone plays equally important role, and a hero role in each part. Okay, your hand now they have to change your hand behind the head, or through behind, around your neck, while the head have to look straight to the front, not to look downward. Okay, then we also change the ball around the waist. All these participants are very great. They follow accordingly and hold the ball well. Okay, now inside in front, we have to go behind, so everyone put in a lot of effort. This is very good. Okay, lift the ball up and putting it down to the chest level and up again. Slowly. Okay, let's give mark to yourself. All of you are so good. Okay, please be seated. This is really good. But the only thing is that Teacher Meiyun do not have the ball. They should have given Teacher Meiyun the ball. But anyway, it's okay. Okay, give them round of applause. This is wonderful. San Hong sister said, wow, this is we are truly blessed to be on this path. And Brother Hongkai really shared very well. And Canada's Xingling said, there are a lot of talent everywhere. And I can see that the brother really seizing every moment to do Tzu Chi. Wow, he could join so many activities. And let us again feel. Okay, now talking about the plastic ball, they have to return to teacher to the team. Just now when they noticed that Lin Jinyao Superintendent Lin played the plastic ball very well. Sorry, the principal.
就是我们上一次的吴主任来哈，所以基本上我刚才就特别注意一下，他每一个节奏都跟上。好，现在我们回到画面上看到。
Okay, next, okay, this is Kaohsiung online book study. Let us sing together. This is a very nice song. Those who know how to sing, please sing it aloud.
来，会唱的请大声唱喽。
Talking about this Kaohsiung online book study. They have so many talents, a lot of team. Not only the voiceover, but also the transcript team. Very grateful to the singer.
感恩我们的副总以及我们的演唱者。
All of them observing vegetarian. All these requires a lot of effort to organize after so many years, but yet they are unfavored. Very grateful to Wise CEO for great support. The Jing-Si, this is based on Jing-Si lineage that is promoted from 1 to infinity. Very grateful. This book study is on every Wednesday. They are also compiled into a summary notes. Very grateful to all the good affinity, even though we can't sing again. But look at this, we are very grateful to the composer. Of course, the composer from our Vice CEO. And this singer Yang, brother Yang, Beijing Jingling said, May 18. She said she started to watch this drama because after she heard brother Chao, the Dr. Chao, she was so touched. She said, she said she saw this old man who always lost himself. And she noticed that it's not easy. And then she resonated with this Dr. Chao's spirit, that it's not easy to treat all these people who has lost their memory. She said about Malaysia Chuwei, she has this, all their distinct marks, they have this smile. As for Brother Chao, he take good care of the mother, and after the mother passed away, he could be at ease and peace. We could see Brother Dr. Chao is always smiling. Even though he can't complete everything due to time, but yet he's still very calm and smiling. another sister, she mentioned about Nantou. Some of them, their team, some of them, they will put in efforts through the mind, some effort to design. Okay, when they talk about this part, she felt that it is very heartfelt because everyone has a part in it. Some people will put in energy, some people will do the planning. So everyone has a chance to participate in that field of blessing. Another brother already served in Taipei Technology for 14 years. He truly salutes this brother's effort. He could really branch out to many branches and many places are benefited with Taipei Technology products. And especially this blanket, the PT blanket, PT bottles, which is made to blankets that warms many hearts, especially during disasters. Okay, next. This is by Sister Shujuan, and the design by another volunteer. It's by Brother Enzhong. He is, this is considered as online talk. It's really very powerful. Okay, this is another story. This brother, he's always online to share. Recently, what has he done in this book cafe, a book study? We can see that the people come in and out. And this Enzhong brother, he's always there to seize a moment. Be it they come for the Chinese tea or Jing-Si aphorism, so like, or they come in for the song of masters or the book, anything, this brother will seize the chance to share with them. This is our adorable brother Enzhong. He will share with us. But because of his very busy and the pandemic issue, so he'll be going around with the Jing-Si product. So he asked, because of that, a lot of things so he asked if he can share online. Okay, over to you, Brother Andrew.
Yes, let us connect to Taipei to welcome Brother Enzhong. Yes, good, Brother Enzhong is here with us. Good morning to everyone. Brothers and sisters, now it's almost afternoon. Grateful to have this opportunity. Okay, so you should call Teacher Meiyun as a sister, not aunt. Okay. So now because of the pandemic, yes, the cases has kept rising. So many of our staff has been contracted. And today I'll be sharing the topic on the actions of the heart during pandemic. Actually, one thought could move the 3,000 worlds because all things are created by the mind, and then the thoughts will lead to actions. So whenever we use our human eye to look at things or people, we will always be judging whether it's good or evil, wholesome, unwholesome. But all these are in our thoughts. Most important is our heart and mind has to be right, has to be wholesome. And the Buddha taught us the Four Noble Truths. And what are the truths? Truths are actually the natural principles that will not change. It is everlasting. So what Buddha taught 2,500 years ago and Master taught 50 years ago, these are all still applicable till today and even to the future. So this is really the nature true principle. These are the truths. And if you look at this picture, this is the building of the Leprosy Center. And Master will call this place a pure land. Because even though the residents here, they have contracted leprosy, but their hearts are filled with love and kindness. And when Master visited them, Master would give them a hug. And some of the disciples would say, Masters, you should not be too close to them because they might, you might contract the disease. But Master replied that if I had planted the seeds in the past, I would still contract the disease, even though I do not touch them. So we have to be clear. We have to understand the principles. And because of the seeds that we have planted in the past, even without having to run away, we will still be contracting the illness, and vice versa. And because of the pandemic, we have to go to the community to show our care and concern, for our fellow colleagues who had contracted the COVID-19. And some of our staff had contracted this COVID, and some of the volunteers were asked whether our staff are they full-time vegetarian, and actually all those who have contracted COVID, they are also vegetarian. And actually, we cannot be asking whether are you a vegetarian and are you still contracting the COVID-19? So actually, how should we show our care for our fellow volunteers? And how did our master say? And when we are promoting vegetarian to others, did we present in a way that if you're vegetarian, you will not be getting the COVID? So actually, did Master really say this? Did Master ever say that if you are a vegetarian, if you are doing Tzu Chi and you are learning Buddhism, you will not be contracting the COVID? No, actually not. And Master didn't really say this, okay? Because sentient beings, when there are illness, there should be a treatment, the medicine for it. So if the heart is ill, the medicine should be the Dharma. And Master have never said that if you are active in Tzu Chi and you're doing a lot of good deeds, you will not contract the disease. Master says that if there is no past causes and present conditions ripening, then they will not be the result of contracting the COVID-19. And actually, Master says that the pandemic is due to the collective karma created by many of us in the world, because we have been killing many animals for food. So there has been a lot of unwholesome karma being created, and all these are being collectively gathered together, and when the conditions ripen, the pandemic will result. So there has to be causes and conditions in order for the results, the consequences to appear. So yes, without any of this, there will not be the effects. So just like when we plant the seeds, if we do not put in the fertilizers or give it the sunlight and water, the plant will not grow. So actually, in the past, did we created the cause and the causes? And in the present, whether did we create the conditions for the causes to ripen. And actually, we don't have the supernatural power to see whether in our past lives have we been vegetarian and whether have we ever calmed any lives. You know, there's no way for us to tell. So we could have planted all these causes in the past without us knowing right now in the present. And not just eating meat, whether in the past did we really through our speech did we cause any harm to others, you know, through our verbal actions, and did we plant good seeds in the past or the unwholesome evil seeds? And why is Water Repentance Sutra so special? It's actually because everyone could practice this sutra and everyone actually needed it. Our karma cannot be avoided, cannot be prevented if it has been created in the past. And actually, the virus, you know, it can be even be transmitted through water droplets in the air. And you could contract the virus, you know, without knowing it. And there was a case where someone was staying alone for 20 over days, and he was staying alone, and yet he still contracted the COVID-19 virus. So how could this be possible? You know, so sometimes it's unexplainable, but really, if you look at it from the law of karma, we know that this is really the causes and conditions ripening. And the past causes coupled with the present conditions, we will be experiencing the retributions. And there was an activity, a Tzu Chi activity. My mother and me was attending this activity, and we interacted with some of the volunteers. And after that activity, my mother contracted the COVID-19, but yet I didn't. And my mother was nervous and asked me to buy the PCR test or the antigen rapid test to do the testing. But at that time, it was very high demand and it was expensive. So I bought 5 pieces and let my mother do the swab test. And my dad came out and saw that, and I bought 5 pieces, and there were so many. So this brother says, you know, me and my mom already, if we contracted, you will also be contracting, so I need to buy more. But my father says that's not necessarily true, because, you know, if I didn't have the cause, and I will not be getting the retributions. And in our Jing-Si cafe and bookstore, we will have a regular meeting. As one day, I went to one of the shops, and it so happened that these shops, and some of them contracted the virus. And so they were getting nervous and they wanted everyone who have been there to take the swab test. And at that time, we had a meeting in our Jing-Si cafe. So I told everyone that if I were to attend this meeting and everyone contracted the virus, then it is kind of like fated. And the enlightened beings, because we do not have wisdom eye, we will be suspicious and we will be blaming each other and abusing others, blaming others for transmitting the virus to us. So the other person, it's just they are the conditions, but I am really the cause of contracting the virus. So there has to be cause and conditions present. So we cannot be blaming others if we do not have the primary cause in us. And so we shouldn't be blaming and suspecting others. Instead, we should be caring for each other, especially those who have contracted. And as the pandemic is getting worse in Taiwan and the demand for herbal drinks, as the Jing-Si herbal drinks has greatly increased. And before the pandemic started, we used to sell just 5 packets of the herbal drinks, but now we are selling like 50 packets a day. And everybody is like placing their orders, and the order books are really very thick, like 50, 60 pages. And our staff would need to make phone calls and to inform them and to explain to them about the shortage, out of stocks, and they have to be put on waiting lists and they have to wait. And, and recently, when we go to the convenience store like 7-Eleven, and we realize that there are more and more vegetarian offerings, vegetarian food. So one day I went to the convenience store and saw the staff was very, very busy, handling all the customers' orders and requests. And as I was having my meals, I was observing the staff at this convenience store, and they have a lot of SOP, and one person has to do many, many tests, and is really overwhelmed with all the works. And I found out and I've realized that this staff was really amazing. There's a long queue of customers and he has to attend to everyone and he's so busy. And I was thinking, if I am in his position, and I'm in such a situation, I will be dead tired, tired like a dog. And when I go home, it will be so tiring. I won't be talking to anyone. And when I have a vacation, I will be thinking I should enjoy myself, to reward myself after working so hard. And when I'm working, I will just put in my best effort and do my best, and I'll be tired like a dog, like a little dog. And I'll be, when I'm not working, I'll be going out to enjoy. So it's like this is a cyclical routine. So the question is, are we doing, with all the busyness, are we tired like a dog, or should we be busy like a bodhisattva? Yes, this is. Everyone, when you are doing Tzu Chi works, are you really blessed? Yes, confirm. It's confirmed, guaranteed that you are really blessed if you are doing Tzu Chi works, because you will be really busy like a bodhisattva. And there's so much things to do, and that is truly a blessing. And Master says that the bodhisattva path, the final destination, it's endless, it's boundless, because there are endless suffering sentient beings. There's no ending. So we have to keep on doing. So let us take stock of our life. Did we live a mindless or down-to-earth life? So we are all busy in our daily life, regardless if you're working in a corporate or you're working in Jing-Si bookstore. So the question is that we ask ourselves, do we have the aspirations, the vows, to walk this bodhisattva path? So we all know that giving, there are different forms of giving, of material wealth, of dharma, and selfless giving. So what are vows that we made to do Tzu Chi? There's one time I received a call from a female caller, and she was asking whether do you sell the anti-COVID tea? So it's actually the Jing-Si herbal tea. However, we have ran out of stock, and you have to wait like 2 weeks. So the caller says that my whole family, there are 3 of us, and my husband has contracted the virus, and all of us are in isolation, and I'm so worried that it might affect my son. And my husband had tried to call the hospital, 3 hospitals, but he's unable to get any PCR testing. So she was really helpless, and she really needed someone to help them. So one of our staff actually have kept some balanced stocks for emergency use in case of any urgent needs. So our staff actually told the caller that, yeah, can you leave your number with us? Let me check whether we have any more balanced stock that we could deliver to you. So when we confirm that we have stock, I return a call to this caller. We have some balanced concentrated herbal liquid that you could give it to your husband. And the caller actually said, okay, she will ask her brother to come and collect the Jing-Si herbal concentrate. And I explained to the brother on how to use this. And the lady caller was very, very grateful. And she was asking, how can I repay your kindness? And our brother Enzhong says that, no, it's all because of good conditions. Okay, it's so happened that when you call, we still have some balanced stocks. So this is it's your own good cause and conditions. And we are truly grateful to Master that we have the Jing-Si herbal drink for us to alleviate the COVID-19 symptoms. And so this one day, I was on leave and I went back home, but there was a call, a female lady call, and says that I was asking for the Jing-Si herbal drink. Can you sell me your Jing-Si herbal drink? Because my whole family of 5 and we are all worried about contracting the virus. And now I'm queuing up in front of your Tzu Chi hospital to do the PCR test. And can you please sell me the herbal drink, the Jing-Si herbal drink? And our staff was worried, how to fulfill the request. And it so happened that we still have one box of the Jing-Si herbal drink. So we decided to sell this to this lady. But this lady was very nervous and asked, are you willing to accept my cash, my money? Because will you be afraid of contracting the virus? So actually our Tzu Chi staff says that, no, we are not worried. We're not worried. Please come and collect the Jing-Si herbal drink. And actually, we don't need to worry about this, contracting the disease from these suffering sentient beings. Because we have a heart to save them, to help them. So we are not worried at all. And I could feel, when I go among the people who are queuing up for the PCR test, wearing my mask and goggle, and to deliver the Jing-Si herbal drink, I could see myself going into these people, and then I managed to find the lady who called and passed the Jing-Si herbal drink to her. When I went inside the Tzu Chi hospital, and I would sanitize my whole body, the hands, and even the notes, the money notes that I received, and there's even a UV rays to disinfect the virus. So even the notes has been disinfected. And when some of these people who had contracted the COVID-19, we can understand that they will be feeling very distressed and very worried and anxiety because of the unknown and the illness. So that is really the time for us to give them the comfort and the care and give them a hug. And actually, why do we work? Is it because of the salary, or because of the vacations or the benefits that we receive? No, even in working in Jing-Si Book Cafe, our salary is not high. We're receiving relatively lower salary, but yet why are we doing this? Because we want to help people, and we're doing our utmost best to contribute selflessly. And we are always hearing the term collective karma. There's collective karma and individual karma. Different people who have contracted the COVID will have different impact because it really depends on their karma. And each of us has our own karma and our own blessings and our own conditions. And so it really depends on the individual karma, even though collectively many of us have contracted the virus. So there is also the effect of long COVID, because some of the patients, they would be suffering from the effect of long COVID, but not everyone. Oh, it is reminding that time is coming up. And the long COVID effect, it will affect the brain of the patient, and once in a while he will have this huge headache, or And some of them, it will affect their sense of smell. Whatever that they smell, it would smell bad. It's really bad smell. Even though the food is normal, but they will smell it, the senses will smell it really bad. So some of the patients, they do not have the appetite to eat because of the smell. So everyone has different forms of sufferings. So even though we have this collective karma in Taiwan and affected by the pandemic, now there are also the individual karma. So it's not true that if you are a vegetarian and you have a Tzu Chi volunteers, you will not get COVID. No, the fixed karma cannot be changed, but conditions can be created. So we should form more positive affinities with others. Seize the moment. Do our utmost best to contribute selflessly. And when faced with challenges, we should accept the conditions willingly, to exhaust the past bad karmas. So we are doing Tzu Chi is because not for ourselves. It's not for our own benefit, but rather it's to help sentient beings, to alleviate the sufferings of other sentient beings. So if we are willing to accept whatever karmas we're facing, willingly, and this can be, the karma can be exhausted. And a lot of our volunteers who have contracted the COVID. So when we face this virus, when we contracted, we should accept it willingly, and we should be grateful that we have a human body, and that can allow us to learn the Buddha, the Dharma, and to practice the Bodhisattva vows. And let us pray for all our brothers and sisters, for them to recover and to repent on our past karma. And this is our chance to exhaust our bad karmas. And for those who have not contracted, let us do our best to contribute and to help many, many others. And this is what Bodhisattvas should do and practice. So may all blessings to everyone. Wow, Brother Enzhong, you have a great applause. Yes. Today you have amazed us based on your vows, your Bodhisattva vows. We are grateful to Brother Enzhong for your wisdom sharing. And Brother Enzhong is really like his father. But actually, the son is more handsome, better looking than the father. So our young volunteers and commented that Brother Enzhong is so amazing and give him lots of thumbs up. And Brother Enzhong is really our role model, our idol. He's really talented orally and also written in his written writing skills and talents. And we found out that his PPT writings are all very good. And so his writing skill will be good as well as oratory skills. And we are really glad that Jing-Si, the humanistic Jing-Si, our culture, to have Brother Enzhong, who is able to share the Dharma. It is young and good looking and has very well upbringing by his family. And Brother Enzhong has shared with us the stories that he had encountered during this pandemic. Okay, so let's come to the last session. And I'll pass on to Sister Lily.
老师的部分，来听听今天的郭淑娟老师，来，请。
大家好，全球家人大家好，我是郭淑娟，非常感恩哈，大家给我这样的机会哈。首先，请问大家
Let us listen to teacher Guo Shujuan. Everybody, good day. I'm Guo Shujuan. 感恩 grateful for the opportunity. Have anyone have participated in the bone marrow donation? Yeah, if yes, really grateful for the for taking this opportunity, and I am a matching bone marrow donors. I was the 96 donors, and I have gone to Taipei, Taichung for the donation of marrow transplant, and have a great care from the caring team. I am very touched, and have joined the Tzu Chi volunteerism, and have been a commissioner on the 9th of January 2000. And I was also invited to be the host of the book study in a community. So as I am the teacher as well, I have to do my best. And this is my home. My room, left and right are all occupied with books, and only have one small lane here, and I sleep on the floor. Yeah, this is the place that I sleep here. It's convenient. I did not think too much. As long as I am able to sleep well, that's fine for me. In these 4 years, sister have been in this room for sleeping, working, and after the video is displayed, there is one donors who actually joined this, saw this video, and he feel, hey, how come teacher Guo Shujuan are able to sleep in this small room and so happy, and while I am sleeping in this big house and I'm not happy. And these donors have decided to sell the house and get a small room for herself, and also join the Tzu Chi volunteerism as well. And let us watch this video. And there's this volunteer says that in China there's a volunteer who has 6 kinds of cancer, but I have only one. There is nothing. So with one cancer, I will not die. Therefore, I will continue to do as much as possible. I'm not calculative now. Without calculating or comparing, I will sleep better. No need to be afraid. Now I am just not being calculative and be simple-minded. Previously, I was very calculative, want to earn more money. Now I don't care of anything, and now everyone was very good with me. And in our community, there is one volunteer. He doesn't know how to read, but he watched the video and he already understand the teaching. And there's there's couples, volunteers who being very thrifty and have donated the ordinary board, Rongdong. So this sister who has cancer have changed his mindset. And in 2015, I have being a tour guide in Jing-Si Hall, I have invited parents and teachers to this Jing-Si Hall and teach them about Jing-Si aphorism. And in this, and this is my supervisor, and there is a complaint to him that teacher Shujuan have teach on religious, so he have informed Sister Shujuan to be careful, and she have to bear the consequences. Therefore, Sister Shujuan have planned on his teaching program, but he still continue to teach Jing-Si aphorism. And these principles, his school was also impacted by the Papa Sui Zai, and he was very grateful. And there are also monastic who joined the tour in Jing-Si Hall, and also invited the monastic to go for to register for bone marrow registration. And when there is this activity, really this monastic have turned out to register and join the activity. And also I have these activities to teach and guide the inmates in prisoners, and they are during the pandemic. Sister Shujuan have not been in the inmate, but now Sister Shujuan has returned back to the inmate in the prisoner to counsel and guide them, and they were very happy. Before they feel lost without Sister Shujuan. And there is one former prisoners who was released, and Tzu Chi volunteers have helped to get a place for them to stay and work as well. And in the morning she will go for recycling, and in the evening she will go. In the afternoon she will go to work in the hairdresser. And we have these senior volunteers. We'll also teach them to encourage them to join book study. We want to have Master wants to have all volunteers, the senior volunteers, to learn Buddha's teaching, so that they can bring the Dharma to their next life, plant a good karmic seed in their eighth consciousness. And also in our community, there is this counseling. Counseling, a daycare. It's not a daycare and it's not a tuition center, but it's like a guiding class where able to guide the children who have parents involved in drugs, alcohol, and so on. So it's a good place to provide care and love to these parents and also the children.
这条路不就像广无边际的沙漠吗？所以我们行菩萨道必定要在人群中。
Bodhisattva is
感恩因为有慈济，让
broad
我得以
and
入人群讲智慧，身心
right
要度化人间，只要
straight
方向正
path
确，就
for
勇往
us
直
to
前，不退却。
walk,
尤
and
其
they
是上人的
we
精
have
细
to
语
go
在
among
结
the
合佛摩
masses
大有
to
限呢，是力一
liaise
绝
with
对是
interact
法
with
力无边哈。
sentient
所以呢，
beings
就让我们
and
一起在菩萨道
and
上，让爱
increase
常
or
无碍。
enhance
今天的
our
分享就到
wisdom.
到此感恩。
好，
And
感恩主娟老师，也感恩我们的好伙伴哈，请回座，真的非常感动。
let
就是
us
请跟福建主题院的这一段时
let
间，
us
凯老师周周来
let
帮
us
忙接力，下个星期
have
是我们
this
参与的
great
最
love
后一个单元
when
哈，也
walking
跟我
on
们
the
校联
Bodhisattva
会
path.
30周年。 我从10周年、20周年、30周年要主持哈，所以呢，随着岁月，就是慢慢的跟着我们的教联会30年的一个足迹。
Teacher Association is 30 over years anniversary, 30 years anniversary.
即便是退休以后，还是在教育的一个路上，换一个地方。
Very grateful to Sister Shujuan, Teacher Shujuan, and very touched the giving of teacher, even though teacher have retired.
近似的好物哈。那在这一边呢，我们的正言法师答课问第4集学佛篇呢，会在6月29呢，我们的阿妙师姐还有熟丽师姐他们前来的时候，我们的护法团队会即将跟我们做这样的一个结缘哈，让大家知道。你看。
We have
我们的林主任知不知道我们家近似有酱油哈，所以可以真的很感恩哈。好，所以在这边也让大家呢能够去清楚知道我们近似真的。
we have new products from our Jing-Si in Jing-Si abode have produced various kinds of nutritious products. And in next week, we will go to England. We have sharing from brothers from England and also from Kaohsiung. Yeah, Brother Xiao Kunrui will also be sharing.
这样的一本好书，这是下个星期会跟我们高雄主场结缘的一本好书。6月20日呢，因为近似团队前来，
老师 will be also sharing on these new books. And this will be a good books.
好，所以在这边跟大家去分享。那6月29的。 一样精彩，反正周三请跟我们连线在一起，记得帮我们按赞。
There will also be
我们做分段，还有全程的直播都会
goods food that is prepared from our Jing-Si abode product.
因为你有正能量，只有拼出来的美丽，没有等出来的辉煌。
I'd like to be with you because we have positive energy.
以及全球家人周三再见，感恩，无限感恩。好的，谢谢我们王二。
Let us wave hands to abode masters and grateful to everyone.